talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. Now, recently, Delhi government has implemented a total ban on the production, sale, storage, and bursting of firecrackers until January 1st, 2025, in response to rising air pollution levels. Additionally, the Commission for Air Quality Management has banned construction and demolition activities on plots of 500 square meter and above that are not registered with the state web portals. Other pollution control measures include mechanized steel cleaning and restriction on diesel generator use. Now, workers at Samsung India in Tamil Nadu are protesting for their fundamental right to form a registered trade union. The Supreme Court recognizes the right to form unions as a fundamental right under the Article 19(1) subclause C of the Constitution, with restrictions allowed only for public order and morality. State is also obliged to register trade unions, providing immunity from legal actions and ensuring workers have a voice. Talking about the historical context, the roots of collective bargaining date back to 18th and 19th centuries, with significant milestones in India, including the 1918 Ahmedabad mill strike. The right to strike is legally recognized but comes with restrictions under the Industrial Disputes Act. And in this context, Supreme Court also describes strikes as an important demonstration of workers' rights. Next article talks about Haber-Bosch process, because recently it has converted 100 million tons of atmospheric nitrogen into fertilizers, adding 165 million tons of reactive nitrogen to soil. Talking about nitrogen, it primarily exists as N2 in the atmosphere, characterized by a strong triple bond, making it inert. Breaking this bond allows the formation of reactive nitrogen compounds like ammonia, ammonium, and nitrates, which are essential for plant growth. Talking about the nitrogen cycle, plant absorb reactive nitrogen from the soil, then humans and animals obtain it by consuming plants. Nitrogen returns to the soil through the waste and decomposition, but some is lost back to the atmosphere, leading to soil depletion. Now let's know about ammonia production. It is synthesized from nitrogen and hydrogen through a reversible reaction under the specific condition of temperature and pressure. And Fritz Haber developed a method to synthesize ammonia at high pressure and temperature using catalyst. Robert Lee Rossignol and others contributed to creating the necessary high pressure equipment for large scale production. Now let's know, how did the Haber-Bosch process change the world? So friends, this process greatly increased the global food production, but excessive nitrogen use has environmental consequences, and here issues include soil degradation, water pollution, accelerated growth of human algae. Now, India-Russia Working Group on Northern Sea Route recently held its first meeting discussing targets for cargo transit, training Indian sailors in polar navigation, and joint Arctic shipbuilding projects. They drafted a memorandum of understanding to enhance cooperation in cargo shipping along the national shipping route. This initiative aligns with India's increasing investment in Russia's Far East. Both countries also expressed commitment to building efficient transport corridors and expanding logistics links, emphasizing infrastructure capacity enhancement. Next article talks about Nobel Prize in Economics, which was recently awarded to US-based economist Darren Acemoglu, Simon Johnson, and James Robinson for their research on wealth inequality between nations. Their work examines the impact of political and economic systems introduced by European colonizers, highlighting how social institutions influence prosperity. Talking about the Nobel Prize in Economics, it is formally called the Sveriges Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel, and it is the final prize awarded this year. Now, recently, Supreme Court granted interim bail to Amar Sandhuram Moolchandani, a 67-year-old former chairperson of Seva Vikas Cooperative Bank, in a money laundering case. The court emphasized that Prevention of Money Laundering Act allows bail for individuals who are sick or infirm. The court referred to the provision in the Section 45 subclause 1 of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, which allows for bail if the special court finds the individual sick or infirm. Now, recently, NASA has launched the Europa Clipper spacecraft to explore Jupiter's moon Europa in search of ingredients essential for life. The spacecraft's three main science objectives include studying the ice shell, the subsurface ocean, and the moon's composition and geology. It is the NASA's largest spacecraft for a planetary mission, with excessive solar arrays to power its operation in distant Jupiter system. Now, Prime Minister of India will inaugurate the World Telecommunication Standardization Assembly 2024 and India Mobile Congress 2024 in New Delhi. World Telecommunication Standardization Assembly is being first time hosted in India and Asia Pacific region. It will discuss standards for next generation technologies and enable India to shape the global telecom agenda and influence future technologies. Talking about India Mobile Congress 2024, it is Asia's largest digital technology forum with over 400 exhibitors, 900 startups, and participation from more than 120 countries. Audio-visual co-production agreement between India and Colombia will be signed today in New Delhi. It aims to help producers from both countries pool resources for co-productions. It will foster an exchange of art and culture, enhancing goodwill and understanding between the two nations. And friends, India currently has co-production treaties with 16 countries, leading to 29 projects in the last 5 years. And here, Colombia will be the 17th country to sign a co-production agreement with India. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.